Caroline and Ian, a British couple travelling with our Bernese mountain dog Delilah. We've given up work, sold our house, given away our possessions, and now we're having a full life van tour.
So come and join us. We're finishing off in Europe as we make our way back to the UK to have the van MOT'd. And so come and find out about how Christian faith and van life work together
on a wing and a prayer. We've moved from Reims, or as we learnt it's called Reims, and sometimes it's nice just to be out in the country and being still. And look what we found. Good evening, gentlemen. Aren't these just the nicest herd of bulls you've ever seen? Very handsome fellows. Bonsoir, messieurs. They are stunning. Look at this one. Very interested. Wonder how much grass one cow gets through. Oh, they are so handsome. Au revoir. Bon appétit. This is the free site we're on. And that's the amenities. It's €2 for water and dump your waste, and it's surrounded by woodlands. Ian's had the dog out walking and said the woods are really nice, and I've just found there's a village nearby, Saint Imoges. My French is coming on, isn't it? And that is 1.6 kilometres away. Good evening, Mr. A. You've done a good job of that washing. This doggy's getting naughty. She's taken to hiding when she knows that we go in. So she sees the side being pulled in and everything being secured. And then next minute, she goes running and hiding. Where are you now, lady? Good girl. We've been in the Champagne region now for about 5 days. And we thought champagne must be made out of pixie dust, because we've seen loads of forests, we've seen beautiful cows, but we haven't seen any vineyards. And now we land lucky. So we've just Chamary, and it's a massive vineyard. Now we're hoping to do a tour to find out how champagne is made, but I'm not sure whether the actual place is open. We have managed to stop and fill up with water. Beautiful place. This is. Chamary. is a case of not seeing the wood for the trees. So I was so busy looking at this little field of vineyards behind the van, I failed to look up and see there is absolutely acres and acres of vineyards. So we've just had a quick look, and in this one area alone I think we've found 7 champagne merchants, all with their own vineyards. This village has won awards for its flower displays, and everywhere you look there's just the most beautiful displays, and they've used barrels, and even where the wine bottles go, the wooden plaques, they've hung hanging baskets off those as well. This is a little train that takes you up and over and all around the vineyards. Fortunately it doesn't open till July, and we're in June, and after it you can then go to where they make the champagne and do tastings and information on how it's made. A bit sad, but we're really enjoying the rain. It's got that thunderous smell in the air as well. Good morning. We are winging our way back, and last night we managed to stay in a little air. This is provided by the municipality. We thought it was a bull's court at first, but it's actually a car park. At the top of the car park they've got free electricity, and I'm right by a medical centre, which brings back so many memories for me because I've worked many years in medical centres. By the church, which has very loud bells, and then a little village with a bakery and a butcher's shop, and this was all free. Well, I'm always up for trying new things, and a couple of weeks ago I decided to buy myself from Lidl a fishing set. It's got a net and it's got everything. So I've consulted a friend who fishes because I've got no bait, and he said that the best thing I could do is use sweet corn. So I'm going to hook a bit of sweet corn on the line, and he said to throw a bit where I cast the line out. So this is where we are. Mr. A editing the vlog, head in hands. Delilah chilling under a tree. Oh, he's come up for air. Well done.
This is going to be entertaining.
It is, I'm so excited.
What are you going to do if you catch anything?
Scream and wet myself. So this is where we are. It's a lovely stop. We've been here all afternoon. I've been knitting and Ian's been doing bits. There's a bull's court, but they don't call it bulls, they call it Boulogne or something. I'll have a look and tell you. And then the van is just in the car park over there. So this is where I'm going to have a go at fishing, and come and join me and we'll see what happens. We've discovered the first problem. So I bought this in Germany, and all the instructions are in German. So Mr. A, being a man in the know, is going to set it up for me. It's got a very large net with a very large handle, so if all fails with the fishing hook, I could catch things like with just the net.
So, do you remember Jackie Charlton used to do his fishing programmes? Well, there she is. Right.
I've got a net.
I'm staying out of the way.
I've
Right.
got a net in case I catch anything, look.
Right. Well, I'll sort that out.
Okay, so I just fling it.
Fling. I don't think the word's cast.
Okay, here we go.
And stay away from that boat.
Oh, did you do anything?
It didn't go anywhere.
What's happened?
You haven't got enough weight on the end, I don't think.
Oh, a bit more came out.
Right, your better way of doing it. Hang on, I'm going to put this down. I'll show Mrs. how to do it, and then she can give it a go. Right, still don't think she's got enough on it, but hey ho. Right, hang on.
I don't think fishing's made for short people, because I've got to hold this, and then when I go like that, I don't know what I'm quite doing. You ready?
There's not enough weight on it. Right.
Okay, it's not my fault then. Ready?
Don't jump in with it.
Oh, it's wrapped round around my leg. Hey, I don't want to stand on the hook. Oh, can I not just throw it in with my hand? Yeah,
Should I get the bodyboard out? You could just dangle it off the edge.
Right, hang on. I think you're right. It feels as though it's just blowing in the wind. Right, there it is. I've seen them do this and it looks easy. Right, there's the weight. Can I not just go like this?
Well, what's the point in having I don't see the point in having a thing. Did it go in?
It did. I think that's how I'll do it in the future.
Oh, I think you've got one already.
Right, so I need to throw.
Here. You've got a bite.
I need to throw a bit of sweet corn around where the line is.
Right.
But then it drifts. Oh, it's sunk.
Maybe the French don't like sweet corn.
Oh, look, the line's just all loose. Look, tight line, he said. Tight line.
Yeah. Well, then you tighten it up. That's what the handle's for.
I thought we can go in and
Stick.
out.
No, you're going the wrong way. Yeah.
Oh.
Right, you see, it's getting all wrapped up there.
Oh.
No, here.
I know.
Here.
This is the first thing I've done. Right. Oh, it's stupid. Who does this? It's just got no sense.
I don't think that they actually put the lines in the water. I think they just stand by the or sit by the side of the water and just relax and enjoy themselves.
I'm going to get knotted in this and I can see it happening.
Yeah, I think you already have.
Oh no.
Do you want me to sort it out?
Yes, please.
Right. This is going to be a long night.
Well, that was a good couple of hours, wasn't it? At least you got away from me.
I've got a couple more hours to actually fiddle out and sort this line out.
So now Ian's undoing the tangled mess that I got it into. I managed to get the hook in a tree. I definitely, absolutely had a couple of bites because I could feel it tugging, and then it came off, and when I pulled it, the corn had gone. So I definitely think I got a couple of bites. But it's fish fingers for tea, Mr. A.
Fingers? Fish don't have fingers.
Last few days in Europe before we go over back to the UK, and we've moved our way down to the seaside just so we can have some nice times before we leave. So we're probably about an hour and a half away from Calais now, and this is a free air. I'll show it to you. It's basically a very large car park. You've got sand dunes over there and a town, and then the sea down there, which is lovely. There's a bay with loads and loads of seals in, and you can go and swim with the seals. They're really quite happy fellows. The reality of this car park though is this. So that is the space that you've got. They're tiny. So when we came back last night trying to get a bit of shade, we sat having our tea. Morning, bonjour. We sat having our tea, smelling next door's tyres getting hotter and hotter and hotter. But we're very, very grateful for it. And it's funny, you can tell there's loads of English vans here. And you know they're English vans before you look at the number plates, because they've just come over on the boat. They've still got bacon, and you can smell it sizzling for the breakfast. Last few days, thank you, France. We've just come to the beach. It's an absolutely boiling hot day, but there's nobody swimming. It's really sunbathing. So we need to work out why. Now we can see the seals in the water, which is lovely. You can see them over there. There's also a few jellyfish on the beach, so we're going to have a little look and see.
So we're in a place called Burke. We've got a couple of days just before we go across the border, and we've come to this place that's known for its seals. And if you can see them.
So there's 15 seals on the sand and one in the water. Having a last dip before the sun goes down.
There's a lot of people who come out to see them. And they're here. So just basking in the sunshine. How good's that? I was saying to Caroline, if you want to see seals, like round near Liverpool was the place to see them, because they're off Hilborough Island. There's loads of them. But one thing that you can't see them doing is this. Just basking away. But can you see that tide going out? It's incredible. We were on the beach earlier on, and all of a sudden, while we were sat there, lying there on our towels, the sea came in, and we just got absolutely soaked. It came in really, really fast. So I don't know what they do once they bask. I don't know whether they go back in the water or whatever, or they just lie there. So yeah, look out for the sharks.
So as we're nearing the end of our holiday, we've met up with a couple of British people, Jill.
Hi.
And Trev.
You're on blood.
Hi, I'm blinded by the sun.
And poor Jill and Trev are going home tomorrow. Yeah. So we're going out with them. We found a place that sells the best chips. So we're going to have some chips.
Fritz in France.
It's French fries.
Fritz. Oh, sorry. Fritz. We're going to have some
Fritz
Fritz.
in France.
Brilliant. And this is a little walkway, and we're going to watch the sun go down. Has got these sort of sandbanks by them, and then we thought we'd go for a walk and look at the beautiful sea, only you can't see any. It's a really weird place. So for the last 2 days, 2 days?
2 days, yep.
We've had these mists rolling in, and you can actually see them rolling down the street, and they're really chilly when you're in them, and we can hear foghorns going off.
We can kind of hear water, so you know the sea's there.
Yeah.
But where is it?
We've no idea. The mist is just starting to clear a little bit. And so we're going to go down on the beach for a walk. Looks like a scene from Hound of the Baskervilles. I don't know if you can see the mist flying past him. Keep singing Mulla Kintyre. Oh, mist rolling in from the sea. It's Monday evening and we've come out for our tea. We leave for Britain on Thursday, but we just could not resist waiting until we get to England for good old-fashioned
Fish and chips!
fish and chips. We're very excited. Oh, we've had a bit of a hoo-ha this morning. So we've been up since 7. It is now 12:30 and we've only had 1 cup of coffee and nothing to eat.
I'm just having my sandwich.
So we're having our last French baguette before we leave. We're at Calais. Now, the reason we were up so early at 7 was because Delilah had to go to the vets. Oh, that's all the shopping. So Delilah had to go to the vets because she has to have a tablet before she leaves. The worming tablet cannot be given less than 24 hours or more than 5 days. So I phoned the vets and they managed to give us an appointment this morning for 9 o'clock.
But we couldn't get out of our park up because they took all the roads up, and every one of them said it was bad and we had to follow a diversion, and every diversion sent us round in circles.
Which meant that our 9 o'clock appointment turned into a 9:30 appointment. Now, if I remind you again, the tablet has to be given 24 hours before our ferry tomorrow, or our tunnel crossing, is 9:20. So we're actually 10 minutes late. but the wonderful vet backdated it to 9 o'clock, because I'm sure in the whole realm of things 20 minutes doesn't make a lot of difference. So we have got everything we need now. We're just having a quiet park up in a little village which is 15 minutes away from Calais, and then tomorrow we will be back in the UK. England, you are a very naughty country where taxes are concerned. So we've just been trying to sort out the road tax, because obviously we've been out of the country for 12 months. So we've been online to try and do 6 months. Anyway, a load of palaver. We ended up changing the details on the logbook, and then it said destroy your logbook. So then we're panicking, because you need your logbook to get through customs to get the van back in, and it can take up to 4 weeks to get a new logbook. Anyway, after 1 hour on the phone to the DVLA, we've managed to sort out the logbook is fine, we can use it. We've managed to pay road tax for when we re-enter England, but this is the naughty bit. Apparently we should have been paying road tax all the time that the vehicle wasn't even in England. So you have to have a valid road tax. So we've been paying vignettes, which are road taxes for other countries, and we have to pay the British one as well. So I've just paid a year and back tax of 6 months. Why are you taxing the life out of people, England? Park up before we leave France, and we're in a little town that's just 15 minutes away from Calais called Fahur, and this is their community hall. They've got a nursery here, and they've also got a sports ground, and it's absolutely beautiful. Gardens everywhere. Considering we're 15 minutes away from Calais, I cannot believe how quiet it is. So the write-up says that it's a very, very safe place to be. And we've just come through Calais because we needed to get some petrol and some LPG. And even just in that little bit, there was a lot of migrants. Quite distressing, really. Families, just large groups of families just sitting and hanging around. So here we are, ready for tomorrow morning. 15 minutes drive to the tunnel. And they have a little cabinet of books on the car park. Delilah's using it for a sheltered spot. So I did have a little look, and I found Un Petit Dictionary, but it was really old. And then just lovely little flower displays. Plenty of bins about as well for your rubbish. Haven't found any water yet. Oh, this is lovely, look. And then it's like these are pouring out of it. Well done, Community Hall. This is a lovely place to be. Morning, morning. Here we are at the Eurotunnel. We thought that there might be a bit of a hoo-ha, but even with the rabies, we've managed to get on the tunnel an hour earlier. But we're not out of the woods yet, because when we get to the passport control, if they also want to see our logbook, we have a major problem. That being that somebody
I sorted out the V5 and changed the address about a week ago, and they turned around and they said, now we've got you a new logbook, we are sending it to your new address. And I thought, oh, we are. And then it said, after I'd filled it in, you now must destroy your V5 logbook. And I thought,
we need that. And the other one wasn't being sent out for up to 5 weeks.
So we knew that we'd probably need it to cross the border, and we have an out-of-date logbook. So after an hour on the phone to the DVLA, there should be at check-in a message on the computer saying that we can use this logbook. So hopefully we're not going to cause a hoo-ha. There we have it in front of us, the British sunshine.
Woo, hey!
We believe you're having a heat wave up to 30 degrees. Hello UK! Here we go. Family, brace yourselves, we're on our way.